A great one, a worldwide summit aimed at promoting leadership qualities and equities. They've chosen Charlotte for its next event, coming up in April and May of next year. Joining me this morning, Davin Salvagno, founder of Purpose Point and the Purpose Summit. Davin, nice to have you in the Queen City this morning, man. How are you?
Jason, I'm doing great. It is fantastic to be here. I love the Queen City, love Charlotte. It's home away from home for me.
Is it really? Because you're from Michigan, right?
Well, I live in Michigan. I'm originally from Philly, spent 20 years there, and now I spent 25 in Michigan. And it's cold there. My kids were trick-or-treating in snow a couple days ago.
No, okay, see, we have nothing to complain about here. Well, we're still, those of us that are from the South have to get used to it. I want to talk about, you've authored a couple of books, and you talk about the passion for finding your purpose in life and at work and in your family. But there's this great summit that is celebrating its 5th year next year, and of all the places in the world, you chose Charlotte. What is it, which is great, by the way, but what is it about our city that made you go, this is where we need to be?
Well, there was a lot of events that happened that led to us doing the 5th Purpose Summit here in Charlotte. A lot of it was relational, and we had a lot of people that, we've done the summit 2 years in Detroit, we've done it 2 years at the University of Notre Dame. We've had people come from all over the world to the Purpose Summit, and over the last year, we had a lot of people coming to the summit that said, you know, we need something like this down in the Charlotte area.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's at Camp North End, and it's
Camp
going
North
to be
End.
I will tell you what, I was sitting in Denver, and someone actually told me about Camp North End, and I saw this. I said, this is fantastic. This would be a great place to do the Purpose Summit. Is at Camp North End at the Revelry. Beautiful. They used to make Model Ts back there back in the day.
Oh, yeah, the old Ford plant. Yeah, we're there.
Phenomenal facility. So that's one, and then we're also using the Nascar Hall of Fame and the Sheraton Le Méridien Hotel.
This is going to be a great event. We keep showing the logo because I know when you saw the Camp North End logo, you were like, this is oddly familiar to our logo. It was one of those where it's just serendipitous. You're like,
yes,
this is another sign that we're supposed to be in Charlotte. And listen, Charlotte's become a great place for leaders who want to be better leaders and those that are sitting out there going, I want to be a leader, but I don't know what that really means.
That's right.
And so you've been doing this for a long time, and you write on purpose. Let's just kind of break it down. When you talk about purpose, it sounds like this great word to post online. What does that really mean, and how in the world does someone even begin to find it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that a lot of people think that purpose is fluff, right? But it really is foundational to who we are. It's foundational to how we lead our organizations. It's foundational to how we show up as a leader. It's not a fluffy word. It's actually hard. In fact, the reason that so many people continue to avoid really diving into what purpose is because it's so overwhelming. I mean, people have been asking it for thousands of years. What's my life's purpose? And I would offer that purpose is more plural and happens in multiple ways each day. You know, I've got a purpose as a husband, as a father, as a speaker, as an author, as a worship leader. I mean, I've got multiple purposes. The question is, what's important now? And so what we want to do is help people identify what their multiple purposes are in life and at work, and to step in the fullness of who they are each and every single day.
You know, and when you go to, and what I like about this summit that's coming next year, it's not a conference. It's not a leadership conference. I know you don't like that word, because this is really going to be a transformative leadership experience. And there are plenty of events that I've been to where you get some information, and it might be inspirational in the moment, but it's not transformational.
That's right.
And so there's a difference. And I know that's what you're wanting to do with this type of event. Throughout the year, you're wanting someone to come, be filled up, and yes, be inspired, but really transform the way they lead.
That's right. What we're actually seeing happening is not just people transforming their lives and how they show up at work and at home and finding more fulfillment. We're seeing entire companies transform how they lead their people. Because the reality is every single company has a purpose. One of my favorite authors, Patrick Lencioni, says that the purpose of every organization is to improve the quality of human life in some way. We just often aren't clear about what that is. And so what we've done is created a 3-day experience to help individuals and leaders get clear about what that is for themselves, for their organizations, and those they lead.
And there's information right there. Again, as you mentioned a while ago, Camp North End's where the bulk of it's going to be, but some great events also at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I know you're going to cap this at 1,000 attendees.
That's right.
So the tickets are already open. We're going to have all that link to our website at qcnews.com as well. But really the pandemic, Davin, you and I were talking a while ago, opened the door for people to step out of corporate America for about 18 months and go, what is my purpose? What's my passion? Let me run and chase that. And people are still going, I don't want to let it go. I want to still do that and figure out how to balance this work life.
That's right, you know, because work-life balance has been a term that for decades we talked about and everyone struggled with. You know, I have to be one person at home, I have to be one person at work. You got to kind of leave one at home, leave one at the other work. But what COVID did, one of the silver linings of that terrible time for all of us, was it forced us into a work-life integration mindset. So how do I show up and be the fullness of who I am in every aspect of the day? We had to figure out how to make it work. And so that allowed people's, time to align with their passions and who they are and what they want to do and use their gifts, talents, and abilities in a way that made them feel fulfilled. And now on the other side of that, people want that more than ever out of life.